class. Kuma do sumo. Am I live and I don't even know it? Yep, looks like I am. Oh, okay. Well, good morning, kings and queens. Welcome to Market Open. Okay, so I guess hitting live in the OBS does start the broadcast now. I thought I said I had a two-step it. Anyway, okay, I'm live. Alright, awesome. And the screen that you're seeing right now has just turned off on me again. I don't know why that happens every again. 15 minutes until Market Open. Anyway, okay, I'm live. Alright. It looks like I don't really have to yell. I can keep my volume at about this level and it's not that bad. Cool. Save my throat. Save my voice. Save my throat sounds weird. Anyways. I got a poof now, by the way. Gotta do something with it. I don't know if I love it. We'll see. Alright. Let's get this link sent over. If you're here hanging out with me, let me know. Let me know. So open a new window here. Let's see. That way I can see my studio. Jump up here. Boom. Fear, why are you saying that, Mr. Meat Kevin? Alright. So we are currently live. Oh, excuse me. If you have any questions or if you're in the chat right now, drop them in there and I'll get to them as soon as I possibly can. Why is my chat not open? I don't understand. Anyway, I got some learnings to do. This is still practice. This is practice for me until we hit the new year. And then it's still practice because it's not practice makes perfect. It's practice makes more practice, and then you compound that practice into practicing what you preach, I guess. Alright, over here, I'm just trying to get into my studios real quick, so bear with me as I do that. What I'm on right here is just, this is called Diamond App. BitClout is their blockchain. This is the social media I'm always talking to you guys, or telling you guys about. I'm a big fan of decentralized social media. Ooh, excuse me. I'm awake, I swear. But yeah, you can see it's basically like, looks like Facebook, more or less. They have, the biggest difference is that it's all recorded on the blockchain. So when you put something on there, it's, you know, taken into account. The Deso token was just released on Coinbase recently. But I'm a big fan of this blockchain. But as you see, you got likes, retweets or requotes or whatever, repost. Quotes and then diamonds right here. You can give someone a diamond. So someone gave me a diamond, I guess, because they liked the 3 things that helped me in business. But you can see as you go forward, some diamonds, likes, some comments. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then here's your notifications. You can see when people give you any coins, any diamonds. Yeah. All right. You have the home page and all that stuff. So, get into here. Get into my studio. Come on. There you go. Live control room. That's what I want. Hopefully chats will show up in there. Hopefully. Cool. So we got that opened up. Okay, you can see my watermark now too. That's neat. How long we got? 11 minutes until market open. All right, my phone is close by. That way when it goes off, it's not going to make me lose my crazy. You know what I mean? All right, so before market opens, we got about 10 more minutes. Just take a quick scan. Oh man, I have not really actually looked at the numbers of crypto this morning yet. I mean, reading the news, you can kind of get a sense of what the market's going to be. So the more and more I read, I was like, I don't want to open it until I have to, because I kind of figured it was going to be red. It's pretty red. So yeah, 46,000 for Bitcoin, 3,700 for Ethereum. Let's see the dominance. Bitcoin dominance is getting hacked away right now. Ethereum's dominance is going up. That's just nuts. That's nuts. We got to see the BTC on it to ETH or ETH BTC chart. So what I'm going to look at now real quick. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. That is so low. Wow, when I was first, oh my goodness, that's blowing my mind right now. That's about half of what it was when I first was into the crypto market and everything. It was like 64, 68 when I first started looking in crypto. Wow, that's absolutely nuts. All right, let me not get too hung up on that. Here's the other way around. Where you at? Is that it? Come on. While that's loading, I also found this. And who was it? I think it was in was it? I think I Am George's video, maybe. But it's a whale stats. Look at this. It like shows you everything that the whales are buying. I think it might have been cryptosrs.com. Yeah. So most widely held token by the whales looks like right now in the last 24 hours. Biggest token position by dollar value ship. Interesting. You got the most traded NFTs. Top 10 holdings. Here you go. Top 10 holdings of the whales. I do think this is, yeah. Yeah, this is everything but Bitcoin. Well, not everything but Bitcoin, but a few. And then this is what I thought was really cool right here. So you can see total holdings of all tokens, excluding ETH. And one thing that I think I'll be mentioning today is Gala. I think I am. CRO, look at that, 1.8%. All these other tokens are behind it. CRO is way up here for all the biggest holdings. And that's one I've been talking about. Same thing with Matic. That's one I've been looking at too. I have both of these. Very bullish on all of these. CRO is kind of like Binance as far as the Binance token. It's the native token for Crypto.com. So highly bullish on that one. We got 7 more minutes until market open. If you guys have any questions or any comments, drop them in the chat. I'll get to them as soon as I possibly can. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Alright. Just get things situated still a little bit. Everything's good over there. Okay. Yeah, I thought this was a really neat tool, so I'm going to start using this more often, see what's going on in the market. Let's see if there's any other ones. I mean, there's plenty that I like on here, but any others that are more recent. Sands is a nice one that just popped. Maybe everything's been down lately, but previous, whatever kind of dip it is. Darn it. You know what? Can I see the points without one there? Okay. basically just checks your like IP address and whatnot, but it sends you an email. Don't feel like checking my emails right now, obviously. So let's see. All right. Doesn't look like it wants to work with me. Oh, there we go. There we go. But what did I just click? Or is Bitcoin really the top? Bitcoin's not usually the top on this chart. If that's the case, then that really does show how bearish we are. Not bearish. Diamond-handed we are. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's checking in on the market, seeing what's going on. Like nothing's really moving because whenever I'm on that site, usually I don't see Bitcoin on there anywhere near the top. Anyway, I'm gonna log in on that one another time. Okay, so DeFi Pulse is another one I like. It basically tells you what's going on in the DeFi market as far as what's locked up, where derivatives, lending, payments, different assets, like the ones that track. It's a good thing whenever you're going through your token analysis. So you can kind of, it's another frame of reference, another resource. So we'll just go back to here because that to me is, I won't say useless, but I like using that and pairing with Lunar Crush and CoinGecko. So anyway, let's see if this is loaded up. This is Ethereum compared to Bitcoin, as you can see. And try to get it back a little bit. I just zoomed in a lot. I guess I just zoomed in a lot. There we go. All right. So as you can see, we're in a pretty big uptrend for Bitcoin to ETH. Look at that. So that was back in May. That's when Ethereum really started taking off, and Bitcoin had that little mini recession. But you can see as we go back, there was a little point here, but as we go back, the dominance shows that overall we're in a big uptrend for. There we go. Oh, okay, there we go. I guess I haven't gone that far back before, so we're learning here today. That's where it was since I've been in the market, like this. If we go back this far, this is because that's where Ethereum was originally launched. I think it was 2017 or something. So yeah, that makes sense. That was the bull run, the last one. And I wonder if we're looking like those two bumps right now, because I know we're barely in the bull run right now. So it looks like we might have just formed those first two humps, but as Bitcoin dominance goes down, Ethereum dominance goes up, people are thinking that we're going to flip here. And if that happens, well, honestly, there's no telling what happens. That hasn't happened before. Bitcoin's been the king of the entire space for the entire time. So Bitcoin maxis, do your job. That's what I've seen. All right, we got one more minute until the market opens. Oh, that's what I meant to open up Webull. I knew I was forgetting something. Oh, silly Michael. Pumper. Alright, we got Webull open. Let me know if the noise in the background is too loud. I got my window open. Might be able to hear cars and such. Market's open. Medium publishing. What? Oh, you know what? It's going to take a minute for it to catch up. I forgot it does that. I don't think that's what's going to be at the lead. DBH. I wonder if my chats are working. If you're in here right now, drop a chat. Just anything at all. I'm not sure if what I did yesterday turned my chats back on. I had it so I had to review the comments or the chats beforehand because I was already getting spam. Like brand new channel. Why do I have spam? Wonder if I can check myself. Ooh, I'll keep it. Is Medium Publishing really in the lead? That's crazy. Is it? Or has it not caught up yet? No, it's had to have. I see things moving. Medium Publishing really in the lead. Interesting. Wonder why that is. Okay, I see. It's encompassing networks, like Dish Network too. Not just Fox. I was thinking it was like just news networks. Okay. Alright. See, we're getting back into stocks, so I'm learning the sectors and all that stuff all over again. And honestly, I'm learning some new sectors too because I was only into really commodities and like some tech and stuff. Not much of this. Not much of this. Not much of this. A little bit of this. A little bit of this. Yes, some of this. Actually, what's that going on? Or what's going on with that? Come on. Open up. Royal Gold. We're on the day. Looks like it's on a downward trend since the last like month or two. I believe this is a big miner. What is it? Junior? It's not juniors and seniors. It's juniors and something else. But I think that's what this is. I think this is one of the bigger ones. Yeah, so in 2020 hit everything, kind of had a big uptrend for the mining companies. Looks like they've been settling out. Honestly, when it comes to metals and mining and stuff like that, I'm not going to say I'm bearish, but they got a hard road ahead of them, especially since there's still so much uncertainty in the market. And I know supply and demand is kind of hitting them right now. Or I should say supply is hitting them. Supply is hurting them. But anyway, let's see what else is going on. Let's see the watch list. Hey, so Six Flags one I've been watching. Up $4 since I started watching it. I'm not really investing much right now into the market. Kind of just maintaining what I have and keeping an eye out. In crypto, I'm doing basically the same thing. I did a couple of trades the other day. Very happy with them. Not rich by any means, but you know every dollar counts. And but until certain things, I guess, will pick back up, like certain news catches on, or you know what I'm saying. Like you have certain coins that are basically where they've been for a while. Like you're basically at the break-even point. Maybe you have a little bit of gains, but you know they're going somewhere. I'm just waiting for the right news and the right time for them to make their move. I know it's coming. Ooh, Riot at 23. Riot at 23. I gotta catch it. It's going down. Going down. So yeah, Riot's one. I think I got into this one at like 17 or something. Oh, I'm still way zoomed in. I didn't, not 2017. 17. Like $17. And yeah, this is a really good one. I like Riot. It's a mining, Bitcoin, or crypto mining company. onto the news. By the way, as I start getting more and more into stocks, which still isn't much because I'm just so into crypto. But as I get more and more into it, the news for stocks is going to be in the morning, and then I believe I'm going to do like a Tuesday or a Thursday, maybe Tuesday and Thursday, depending on how much support I can get. I will be doing crypto news in the evenings, or maybe midday, since I know not all of us crypto people are like me, getting up this early. Anyway, Shopify, e-commerce giant, now adds NFT app. So Gig Labs NFT app is partnering with Shopify or creating an app for Shopify. I forget which way it was. Now, I'm not a developer or coder or anything like that, so sometimes when I'm reading these things, the way my mind works doesn't pick them up correctly all the time, but you get it. So they're partnering with each other. You're going to be able to buy NFTs and sell NFTs if you're eligible. So I forget, they didn't say the specific eligibility, but they said eligible right here. Shopify Plus merchants will be able to access NFT app to mint their own NFTs for your storefront. So if you have Shopify and you're an eligible Shopify Plus merchant, you'll be able to sell NFTs on your site, which is pretty darn cool. So if you're into collectibles, like this was huge when I first read this. It's like light bulbs going off all over the place. So like if you're someone who's into collectibles or artwork, or you make your own sculptures, anything, you design your own graphics, you can put everything, all of that, onto Shopify, or if it's already on Shopify, you could sell an NFT along with it. So if you have a collectible you're selling, or if you have like one that you make, let's say you're a knife maker, you could have an NFT that goes along with each knife that you make. I think it's pretty cool. There's endless possibilities when it comes to these kinds of things. So, develops Big Black Company, yep. Shopify announced beta program to his followers on Twitter. Okay, yeah. So this is just when they were saying that they announced it on Twitter, and then whoever their PR person, of course, commented. But I thought this was really cool. So it looks like, so Gig Labs NFT app is built on the Flow blockchain. What else is there to this? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Flow, there we go. Okay, yeah, so Flow, is Flow the one that had the big NBA, what was it, Hot Shots, I think it was, when NFTs were like first being talked about. Top Shots, I think it was Top Shots. That was like one of the first things that made NFTs like rocket ship up, along with CryptoPunks. But yeah, UFC, Samsung, Ubisoft, NFL. So all those guys are with the Flow, right? With Flow blockchain right now. So yeah, this is really cool. If you're selling on Shopify and you're an eligible Shopify Plus merchant, so go check that out, see what that means exactly. But either way, you'll be able to purchase and sell on Shopify now, NFTs. Crazy. That's why I'm getting big into 3D rendering right now and just graphic stuff in general. I've always liked it. I've messed with it a bit here and there, but I think I can actually freelance and make a living out of it because of the way the world works now, which is pretty dope. Let's see. Oh, next one. Ray Dalio suggests Bitcoin merit has been fueled by millennials' interest. So forgive me whenever I pause or just say things wrong. I'm not diagnosed, but I have dyslexia of sorts. So sometimes I can't see what's right in front of me, for lack of a better explanation. So effectively what this is saying, and I love to read irony, what this is saying is that Ray Dalio, who's the hedge fund of Bridgewater Associates, hedge fund manager, is the one who started it, that Bitcoin has some merit. Now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he was there with Warren Buffett saying that Bitcoin was a bunch of poppycock or whatever those guys would be saying. But I like Ray Dalio. I've read his book, Principles. I've heard a lot of interviews, read a bunch of his stuff. I think he's great. He definitely is very adaptive. So I wasn't surprised to hear him say something like this. So he's not an expert. He said he thinks Bitcoin has some merit for a small portion of a portfolio. So if that's the whole reason why I started this. Hey, Shantae, the chat does work. That just made me so excited. I'm so glad the chat works. I'm so glad the chat works. So as like I said, I'm a big fan of Ray Dalio. If you haven't read Principles, you should read it. I think you can listen to it too. I think it's an audiobook. I believe that's how I read it. But before he was saying it didn't really have any merit, but because of us younger people, we're giving it some merit because it's an alternative to gold. And it has no intrinsic value. I mean, that's debatable, but it has an some merit. Anyway, big, rich, very rich guy is talking about that now. This was the part that really intrigued me. 83% of millennial millionaires already hold cryptocurrencies. And then here's the fun part, because I'm now having some of my friends who are not millennials, they're older than me, telling me that they're thinking of putting a good chunk of their portfolio into crypto. So 83% of millennial millionaires have crypto already. More than half of those said that at least 50% of their wealth was already in crypto. So how crazy is that? Yeah, I'm so happy. Thank you for joining. And then just under half, so 48% are planning on putting crypto into their portfolio if they don't have it now, is effectively what they're saying, by the new year. And then 39 say that they're not going to decrease it. So whoever, let me rephrase that. Whoever wants to add, they're saying 48% of those people are going to add, 39% are at least not going to sell. And yes, there's a big difference between generations of wealth. There's something else. Was there? Probably get outlawed. Okay, yeah, nothing else was that intriguing in this interview. I thought there was something else, but really, I think this was the big thing: is that 83% of millennial millionaires are already holding cryptocurrencies, and the fact that Ray Dalio, one of the biggest hedge fund managers, is now saying that there's merit to it. Let's go back and see what the charts are doing real quick. If you have any questions and you want to drop them in the chat, drop them in the chat, and I'll answer them as soon as I possibly can whenever I see it pop up. This is really, the whole live is really just for me to kind of go over news and for me to be consistent with checking on this stuff and hoping that me doing it live helps somebody else. And we're going to get generational wealth together and get rich. All right, nothing too intriguing. Everything's still pretty grim. At least everything I'm watching on my list. Ooh! It's back at where I bought it. I think I sold some. Looks like I changed it up a bit. Let's see. Cardano back at 120. Looks like they just changed their logo. 24, so these guys are still down. All-time high is like 54, I think it is, so that's still half. Avalanche been crushing it over the last couple of days in spite of everything else. Took a little off the top there because of it. Luna is still up. That's still a good buy, though. Their burn process is looking like it's going well. Solana, by the way, where is it? Solana, I think the reason that this is down is, if I'm not mistaken, they just got hacked. But there's still big news on Solana, too. Which brings me to, not this over here. This is basically saying, so Etherscan is how you see the on-chain analytics or on-chain data that's going on with Ethereum. Let me see. I don't think it's too hard to bring up, although my computer might burn out as I do it. No, I don't remember if it's .com or .org. .io. Okay, so, but effectively what this is doing is it's showing you the on-chain stuff that's going on with Ethereum. So if you want to see what's going on in each block, you want to see the transactions that are happening, how much is being moved from what wallet to what wallet, how long it's taken, all that fun stuff. You can even Google how much Ethereum has been burned since all this EP 1559 has happened. I don't think that says it on here. Yeah, it doesn't say the burn rate on here. But basically, that's how you can track what's going on Ethereum. Solana's getting the same thing. So Solana's Sol Scan, it raised $4 million in the seed round. Not going to go into this too deep because, like I said, I'm not a developer. I don't really understand all of the on-chain data too well. I'm learning more and more about it, but I understand code. I'm not going to say I can read code, but I get it. When you're talking about on-chain data and stuff like that, you're talking about code and developers and how things move in the transactions and tracking all that stuff, and you're bringing it into crypto, it's another layer to learn. So I'm kind of learning it all at once. I just want to make sure I'm clear when I say I don't know exactly what all is going on here, just that this is really good. It's another way to see what's happening. So if you're an investor, if you're a developer, you want to see where things are being held, locked up, moved, just even track how long things are taking. This is really good. So it's coming to Solana now. So yeah, it'll track NFT sales and the on-chain data. That's really all this is saying. But it's something to keep an eye out as time goes, because Solana is getting bigger and bigger, and NFTs and gaming are coming to Solana too. So you're going to want to know exactly what's going on in the network as much as you possibly can. I thought I had more news to talk about. Oh, I have other pages too. Before I get into this, let's look at some other stuff. See what else I got for that. All right, let's see this real quick. See if it's moved since market open. If you're joining a little bit later on, I found this. I think I found it on cryptosrus.com, but it's whalestats.com. Basically, big money, like big money being moved around in crypto and seeing where it's going and all that fun stuff. So, man, I can see that poof right there. It's so weird. Let's see. Top 10 purchase tokens, 24 hours. Yeah, it looks all basically the same as when we looked at it earlier. The one biggest thing I've noticed is that the percentage of Gala in crypto has just gone up a little bit. Or CRI, I don't remember the numbers of these, so I was just really looking at those two because I like them. All right, so crypto is coming to English football, and Gary V NFTs are coming with it. Gary V is all over the place. I've been listening to him since I think like 2015, 2016 or something. I remember one of my exes saying how her and Tony Robbins were annoying. Tell me what that'll do to your head as you're trying to grow. Anyway, so it's great seeing him coming to this space, especially since he is someone who is pretty forward-thinking. So seeing him catch on to NFTs as early as he did, or is, doesn't surprise me at all. I'm sure it wouldn't have surprised me if he was just surfing and found it, or if a coworker or employee told him about it, just because he is always ears to the ground. So anything that he is looking into, I would say, these check in on every once in a while. Anyway, so WAGMI United, which sounds like this is an entity that they have formed to be able to do this purchase, had created a group of NFT collectors. So when you're going to do a purchase like this, it kind of is more of an NFT, not just like a crypto sale. But anyway, crypto enthusiasts and sport execs to buy a sports team. So WAGMI, I don't know. They're calling it like the crypto cry or something. Roar. Anyway, so basically this is just saying that this part's irrelevant. This part right here is just saying that there's American people and a group that wants to buy an English football team. It's not mentioned yet which one, but Gary V 76 president, there he is, Maury, and they're going to do it in cryptocurrency, or at least a portion in cryptocurrency. So, yeah, WAGME. There we go. There we are. We're all going to make it. That's what WAGME. So it'll be the first time that a professional sports team is financed through cryptocurrency. And the reason I specify that is because there was a Mexican, what was it? One of the, I don't want to say lower tiers, but club team. It was 1%, a 1% stake in a Mexican soccer, there you go, team. So there was already a 1% stake put into a soccer team, so that's been done. This is going to be financed through it a little bit. It's going to be done in a bunch of different ways. They don't know exactly how, but this is also saying that cryptocurrency is the future, the way it's working. There are DAOs that are decentralized autonomous organizations that are going to kind of share. Like, it's going to make a one entity or help to create an entity to be able to perform this purchase. So they themselves, from what I'm gathering in this, and if you've read this or if you do read this, let me know if you get the same thing. It sounds like what they're doing is they're going to be putting a whole lot of money to be buying an English football team, but it won't be enough necessarily to buy the whole thing. So they're going to create a DAO to allow other people purchasing rights, is what it sounds like. And then they also talk about, how do you think this will work? And approach, change game. Yeah, so they're talking about how you give teams an edge. This will be a technology. They're trying to revolutionize the whole sport and the franchise itself because of the way this will work. And of course, Gary Vee is very, forward-thinking on a lot of things. So he's saying how NFTs have unparalleled power. And then he's all about building community and all that stuff. So, let's see. So he says he doesn't know exactly what their end goal is going to look like, or the ending is going to look like, if they'll win the entire league per se. But they're going to at least stick to their guns and make waves and change the way the community and the feel of the league is viewed. And then this is just explaining how there have been other DAOs made. It's explaining how there's been one for, I think it was, Oxford? It was a big university. But it's associating it. It's making it like, it's giving it a likeness to Green Bay Packers and how they're like publicly owned. And there's another Spanish club that's publicly owned too. So giving the ownership again to more people than just the couple of owners itself. I think that's pretty much all on the Gary Vee stuff. But then there's this guy they were talking about too, Peter McLasso, who, host of Peter McCormick. Let me know if the outside noise is too loud. I do have my windows open, just hands up. So he bought a club team where he is, and he's like, not only is this a childhood dream, but now he's going to change the way things work, and he wants to be the first team, and he wants to change the way, again, things are in the league, and become and be the first team to be on the Bitcoin standard. So if you don't know what the Bitcoin standard is, basically it means that you do your unit of account into Bitcoin instead of US dollars or whatever your native token or currency is token. I'm in the cryptocurrencies too much. So if I were to at the end of the day be cashing out my crypto accounts, if I go to dollars, then I'm on the US dollar standard effectively, because that's what I choose to be on. If I go to Bitcoin, then I'm on the Bitcoin standard because that's what I choose to be on. It's just, where do you effectively do your unit account? At the end of the day, where do you, I should be putting my hand that way, where do you add your money up to? Against. What do you add your money against? Compare. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that's saying. And then he's saying he's going to go from being the lowest spot of the league, if you saw that. He's going to be going from like this little club, intro level to the top, to the Premier League. from winning and from being on the Bitcoin standard, because it's not just skill level, but it's also money that makes things change in professional athletics also. So that's what I got for the news. We can do a couple of searches too to see what else is going on. Let's check the cryptos. All right, nothing's really changed. Let's see. I should be logged in on here. See what my gaming tokens look like. So just because, ignore the names that I have on these, just because it says trading prospects doesn't mean I don't have it. Also doesn't mean I do have it. Oh my goodness, Uniswap, why are you so low? By my reaction, you can tell I do have that one. I'm not crying, you're crying. Huh. I'm just kidding. On the outside. All right. So, this is my tab. Oh my goodness, I'm ridiculous. All right, this is my tab for my gaming NFTs. So if I'm looking at like something in the gaming space, this is kind of where I throw it. This is my watch list. I have some of these. I'm still up by like 4x on that one, so I can't be too mad. Up like 6x on that one. Down a little bit on that one. Down a good bit on that one. I think I sold out of that one. Up. Down on that one. Anyway, that's not what this is for. Let's see. Let's go to the bottom. Let's go to the lowest market cap. All right, don't look at those. Ignore those. Yeah, ignore that one too. This one might be okay. Altura. I haven't heard much news from them, but that one could be a good dip buy. Fair City. Their platform, I believe, that's going to be building more on top of them. So if you want to get into something that kind of is a catch-all, that's one. I think Cetify is another one. Star Atlas, I don't believe the game is out yet, but that's down from where it was. I think it's down. That's actually down from where it was even consolidating before. When Bitcoin and everything else in the crypto market went down, gaming, of course, took a harder hit. Wilder World, which is a pretty awesome-looking space, that one is pretty down. Could be a good dip buy. Wilder World is doing a 1-to-1 ratio of Miami. It's mimicking Miami. It doesn't look like Miami, but it's mimicking Miami as far as like its workings, I guess, something like that. But you're going to be able to basically play The Sims like this. But anything that's happening in the metaverse or anything that's happening in these gaming NFTs, let me not throw around metaverse like that anymore, because that place, because Facebook, try not to curse in this. Because Facebook has changed their name to Meta. So now every time I talk about Meta, it's really complicated things. I try to explain the metaverse to people now, and then automatically their mind goes to Facebook, and they're like, "Why are you talking about Facebook?" And I'm like, "Oh, no," but I get it. So I guess gaming NFTs is more accurate, and then you'd have to say augmented reality or digital universe built on the blockchain. All right, there we go. That's how we're going to explain it now. So Wilder World is a digital universe built on the blockchain that is a 1-to-1 ratio to Miami. So effectively, it's like The Sims, but anything that you do in here, you can actually take into the real world too. So if you sell anything, you can convert that money back into USD or Bitcoin, whatever your unit of account is, and then cash it out, and you have it. It's not like The Sims back in the day when I was younger, when you can't cash out of those things, although I love those games. I played that game way too. I think that's why I'm intrigued by this stuff, because I played that game. Dad, Mom, if you're watching right now, you can definitely confirm that when I had my 3 computers set up and I just was glued to the screen playing Sims. Yeah, that's right. I used to run Linux, Microsoft, or Windows, and something else all at the same time, and I was playing The Sims, not learning code. This is another, I guess you could call it catch-all, and this is about at where I was looking at it when I first was seeing this pop up. So this went up to, I think it was like 52, 54. So it could be a good buying, good dip buy right now. But again, do your own research. None of this is financial advice. I got to remember start saying that at the beginning of all this. None of this is financial advice. Is for entertainment and education purposes only. Yeah, do your own research. I'm like barely smart. Barely. I think it's an overstatement. So they just had a hack recently, but apparently they're dealing with it pretty well. So, and this one I think is more of a catch-all also. Anything else? Yeah, so that's really it for gaming NFTs. But it looks like NFTs are still, or not NFTs. It looks like crypto is still having a 45. Okay. Just keep going up. Come on. Anyway, ridiculous. Is that how I look with my camera adjusted? Am I saying back too far? Should I be staying on straight? Come on, lag. Show me what I look like now. Beautiful, always. All right. Pop back over here. This is the Diamond app. Like I was mentioning before, it's on the BitClout blockchain. So decentralized social media. Shantae, this is something that you should be looking at, in my opinion. It's basically like Facebook, Twitter, something like that, but decentralized. So anything that you post on here, anything that you buy, move, share, like, it's all recorded on the blockchain. So the lag is just longer than I thought. So as you can see, I have a profile on here. It looks basically like, MySpace. Facebook. Why did I say MySpace? Because I was looking at my profile. So you can see that because of how many people have, I guess you could say, invested into me, my creator coin is worth $12.79. So anyone who is a content creator, a coach, a leader of any type of field, I believe they should be starting to look into BitClout, yes, but decentralized social media as a whole. Wish I had referral link. Apparently, I have I think like another couple of weeks before I get my referral link. But highly recommend this. I can go into the way this works in another video, but effectively, anytime someone buys, I get a little chunk of that. Anytime that I like, comment, share it, I spend a little bit of my deso. I don't hold too much because, it doesn't matter. It's in use. But you can also see, notifications. You can see when people send you a little bit of another coin, when people send you diamonds, which are worth like pennies. But it all adds up. It's all on the blockchain. When people like, when people share, all that fun stuff. You can do NFTs on it. I think this is decentralized social media for content creators, to say the least, is going to be giant. And then on to the, I don't know what that's for. Other stuff. If you want to support this channel, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Yes, I'll send you the link for sure. And if you and I'm trying not to say names unless I see names pop up. But if you guys want to do a Zoom or something, hit me up. We can go over crypto and all that stuff. I'm getting into crypto consulting. It's fun. Or I should say blockchain consulting. I want to be very clear that I'm not like a financial advisor or anything. But if you want to support the channel, like, subscribe, that fun stuff. There are links down in the description below. Oh, this should be crypto.com. That's what it is. So one of them is crypto.com. Which, if you've seen a commercial for crypto, it's probably been for FTX, Coinbase, or Crypto.com. Crypto.com had just partnered with Matt Damon to do one, so Fortune Favors the Brave is like the new thing. You can stake CRO. CRO is a token I was mentioning before. It's their native token. You can stake it along with getting one of their cards. There it is. Along with getting one of their visas. This is what I pretty much use as far as my normal money. And depending on how much you stake, you get that much % returns in their native token. And I do believe that it's going to skyrocket in the future. Not financial advice. It's at 50 cents now. It's just at 13 cents not too long ago. Almost hit $1 last month. It's been going wild, and they've been doing great things. So, especially like buying naming rights to the Staples Center. Crazy. Actually. Okay, so I just sent both of those links. They're effectively the same thing. I don't want to confuse you. Use whichever one you like. I've been using Diamond app lately. And I'm talking about what's in the chat right now, by the way, for anyone who's not Shantae listening. But basically, BitClout is the blockchain. Diamond app is one of the nodes that's built on BitClout. And when you sign up, then it all gets tracked on the blockchain. So there are many nodes on there. Diamond is just the one that's been working well for me lately. If you have any questions, let me know. But once you log in, they're going to give you a seed phrase. When you get that seed phrase, that's the thing that you don't share with anybody. It's effectively your password to get in if you lose your password or all else fails. So Coinbase, if you sign up to Coinbase with the referral link below, I believe once you put in $100, you get 10. I get $10, or 5 and 5. I can't remember exactly what it is. And then BlockFi is another one of my favorites. This one, they do crypto lending. So whenever you put your money on here, or crypto on here, it's being lent out on the other side, and then you get a percentage in returns. So, if you put in, I think they're assuming at like a 9.5%, but let's just say you put in, why not use 10,000? Or $1,000 in GUSD, which is just Gemini's native token that tracks the US dollar. In 1 year from it sitting there, you would get $136. So by the end of the year, you would have increased your holdings of money effectively by $365. It's crazy, isn't it? Compound interest is a awesome way to gain some wealth. And then Webull is the other one. That's what we use on this channel to track the stocks and all that fun stuff. This one, I believe, when you sign up, you get 3 free stocks. If you put in either $75 or $100, you get another stock for free. But I'll go into this a little bit further because I'm just a really big fan of it. So again, it's like Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, whatever. You can buy NFTs on it. So if you, they changed it up. Looks like you're buying on another site now. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so their NFT gallery looks like it has been moved over, so it looks like it's a separate platform. I'm going to have to look into this a little bit further. Wow, something there. Okay, I'm going to have to look into these projects. I didn't know that this was a whole separate site. I'm seeing last price. I have to see. Yeah, not for sale. Okay, so this is just a gallery. This isn't necessarily what's for sale. But anyway, on this site, you can buy NFTs. You can post NFTs, being that videos, pictures, GIFs, stuff like that. Then you got your feed. So I can check on like what people are saying that are following me. Mind the slowness. My computer is getting up there. But yeah, you can see all the different posts, different people's, prices for their creator coin or values of their creator coin. People they share, people they like. And then you can see down here, anytime that you get a like, or anytime that you like, you're spending a little bit of deso. It's a very minute amount, but that's basically what reports it onto the blockchain. Anytime you give a diamond, you're effectively giving away pennies, dollars, whatever it is. Or anytime you get it, you're receiving that. Anytime you quote, same as the like, same thing as a repost. You're spending just a little bit, minute amounts. So, let's see. That's a good one. We don't need to compete. There's room for all of us to succeed. Like, you'll see this window pop up. It's going to say, hey, do you want to spend this to do this post? I'm going to say, yeah, I'll allow that because I want to give her the like. And then that's basically what happens. You can see it went down almost nothing. I mean, it went down a penny this time just because I've done that so many times, but I mean, it stays stable pretty much. I've had the same amount, 0.02 deso in here for a good while. And it helps that people give you like diamonds and stuff because that's how you can afford more. But anyway, I'm gonna, there we go. I'm gonna show a little bit more about the creator coins and then we'll hop off. But here are some creators that I have a couple of dollars in, just so you can see. I have my own, of course. Here's a friend of mine. He doesn't use it anymore. And then a couple of down here that I put like just $1 or so into just to see what would happen, and you can see that they've gone up. Any that have been sent to me get held up in here, And then when you go to your profile, you can also see who is bought into you. So you can see who has what of my coin and how much. And then same with the diamonds, who is sent, and then you can see the post. And then you can see for the post when people give diamonds and all that stuff down here. It's really neat. But you're effectively creating value. You're creating the value you already make if you're a content creator, but you're getting paid for it anyways. This is giving stability to the free market, in my opinion. So that's that. Oh, I can't wait to be rich. Don't know if I have anything else to talk about immediately. I'm going to look into this a little bit further. Maybe I'll throw some more Deso on my account so I can get some NFTs. I want some more NFTs. Don't have many right now. Just expensive. I'm trying to explore other blockchains, but Ethereum is just so expensive right now. Does this change? Maybe these numbers haven't gone up. Maybe this populates. Yeah, maybe this populates every 24 hours. What else? God, stay over at least 46 Bitcoin. Come on. Freaking hurt my pockets. Man, I'm so broke lately. Anyways, Chainlink under $20. It's always appealing. Algo, they're always doing some great things. I know there's an article about them. Can't remember what it said, but yeah. What else? Atom, it's like a polka dot. They've been getting a lot more attention lately. I think, is it Atom or it's polka dot? One or the other has been doing. Is the games coming to it? VeChain tracks. Supply chain, very bullish on this long term. This is a good dip buy in my opinion, not financial advice also. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else appealing to say, to be honest. Any final questions, thoughts before I go do other things, which means sit in front of the computer and keep doing stuff like this? If not, I'm out. This is the part where I just kind of wait for the lag to catch up. So I'm going to meander on the computer for a second while I see if that, or let that catch up. Man, maybe I should have just stayed in cash yesterday. I sold some Neo yesterday. I'm glad I did before it dropped any further. I was already at a loss, but you got to create your rules. My rules is 30% loss. I'm out. So I sold that, hit 30%, got out, went into UEC because that was at a good dip, brought my average down, but now it's just going down more. You're welcome, Shantae. And yeah, not much more to add after that end. So yeah, if you guys don't have any other questions or don't want me to bring anything else up, that's my hour. I appreciate you hanging out with me. And yeah, again, if you haven't liked it already, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. And I also started another channel called Business 065, and that's where I will be following the journey of me starting a new business. So everyone, have a great weekend, have a blessed weekend, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, all that fun stuff. Later, Gators.